guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sanjay and I'm here to review the all new BS6 Maruti Ertiga, which is one of the best selling MPVs in the Indian market right now. So let's get to know each and every detail of this car. Let's get started.
Ertiga is the flagship model in the Maruti Arena lineup. The new Ertiga has grown in length, width and height, and visually it looks more appealing and practical. It is now loaded with various connected car features such as the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, as well as the automatic climate control for the top spec variant. However, it misses out on some of the important features such as the LED projector headlamp, sunglass holder, cruise control and leather upholstery. In terms of space and value for money, it is one of the best in its segment.
Let us have a look at the engine bay of the car. The all new Ertiga is based on the Heartect platform. It is powered by a 1.4 liter petrol engine which churns out 104 PS of power at 138 Newton meters of torque. And here comes the insulation for the hood. And as you can see, there is another battery, which is the lithium ion battery, which is present in this car, which is used for regenerative braking, which helps in fuel saving. Let's have a detailed walk around of the exterior of this car. This car runs on the 15-inch wheels, which is 185/65 R15 tires, which are pretty under-tired for this size of a car. The wheelbase of this car is 2740 mm. The top spec variant comes with chrome door handles. And coming to the rear part, you can see these tail lamps. Looks like Maruti has taken some inspiration from the Volvo, which looks similar to that of the Volvo XC90. And here you can see the rear parking sensors with reflectors placed at the bottom. And here you can see the Ertiga badging, with Suzuki badging taking the center stage. And this is a smart hybrid car. As I've told you before, it has got two batteries. Apart from a conventional one, there is another lithium ion battery which supplies power whenever required and also helps in regenerative braking. And you can see there is a lot of window area at the back, so taking a reverse is not an issue. And as you can see, there are these turn indicators on the ORVMs. So the overall design language of this car looks pretty good. The model which we are looking at is the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga VXi, which is the middle variant. The ex-showroom price of Ertiga in Hyderabad is starting at 7.59 lakhs and goes all the way up to 10.13 lakhs, which is pretty phenomenal, which undercuts most of the 7-seater cars, which is a really good thing. Now let us have a detailed walk around of the interiors of this car, starting with the boot. There is decent amount of boot space, which is 209 liters of boot space. And as you can see, there is some extra storage space as well below. With all the 3 rows up, this is the amount of storage space that you have, and you can recline the 3rd row as well and the 2nd row also. Once you recline these, you get a lot of space. With all the 3 rows up also, you can easily fit in 2 large suitcases and a few backpacks as well. So this is pretty impressive for a car of this size. It offers a lot of boot space. Now let's get into the third row of seats and have a look at the amount of space it offers. So here I am inside the Maruti Ertiga's third row seats and it looks pretty impressive. There is decent amount of legroom, knee room and under thigh support, and there are these headrests which are available on the third row, which is very good. And the third row seats are also reclinable, and you can see there are these cup holders as well where you can keep stuff. And this is how we recline. Now let us get into the second row. Door opens wide and large, and here you can see the power window control, and here is where you can keep 1 liter bottle and other stuff, and here you can keep some other stuff, like I've kept some wet wipes over here. Getting into the car is very easy, and as you can see there is very good amount of leg room, knee room and under thigh support, and there is this large window area which gives airy feeling in the car. And here you can see the grab rails, and as we come in, here are the blowers. There are 4 blowers over here placed, and here as you can see there is this armrest which looks pretty good, but it does not get cup holders. Usually the Ertiga comes with fabric seat covers as a standard, but these seat covers are accessorized ones. That is why you see a different kind of seats over here. Now let's get into the first row of seats. Here you can see this air cooled cup holders, and here is the gear lever. Now let us get into the driver's seat and look at other features as well and get the car driving. As you can see, the dashboard looks pretty impressive. Unlike the first generation Ertiga, which was similar to that of the Swift Desire, this dashboard looks different. It reminds us of the Innova Krista, and the AC vents, as you can see, reminds us of some of the cars of Audi. The steering is similar to that of the Suzuki Desire, and it comes with the MID display, which is similar to that of the Baleno. And here you can see steering mounted audio controls as well, and Bluetooth connectivity also. And here you can see the controls for the AC, and here is the 12 volt charging socket and the USB cable. Going on to the top, here you can see the rear view mirror, which is manual, not automatic. You have to adjust it manually. On the driver's seat we get this solar shade with ticket holder, and on the other side we get a mirror, and here you can see the light with Bluetooth mic over here. Now let us have a look at the instrument cluster. Let us turn on the vehicle first. This is the multi-information display system, wherein on the right side we get the analog speedometer along with fuel indicator, and on the left side you get the tachometer, which is analog again, and in between you can see the digital display of the odometer, the range, average fuel economy, and you can toggle through the various options that you have of this MID. Here as you can see, it shows the amount of driving time, the total idle stop time, the total idle fuel saving, the torque and power consumptions, which is graphically represented, and various other features. So this is how the multi-information display system works. And as we see on the door handle, we get the various power window controls and various buttons for locking and unlocking the car. So now let us turn on the engine and let's get the car going. Now let's get it driving. There is some amount of wheel spin. The car performs really well in the low range and the mid range, and it looks pretty confident on the corners as well. This car redlines at 6,500 RPM, and it feels very peppy and punchy. Now hard onto the gas. Now let us take a U-turn over here and see the turning radius this car offers. Taking a U-turn is not much of an issue at all, and the steering feels very light at low speeds as well as high speeds, which is a bad thing because steering wheel has to weigh up nicely at high speeds. The horn should have been more powerful. So there is this alarm sound which comes when the car reaches 80 kilometers per hour. As you can hear this is the alarm that you get once it reaches 80, and then after 120 kilometers per hour this alarm continues to be beeping. So this car is ideal for city driving conditions and performs really good at low range of speeds, and the clutch is very light and the gear shifts are also very nice. And the brakes also offer very good stopping power. And there is a very good view of things around. There are no blind spots as such in this car. And you don't feel that you're driving a 7-seater MPV car when you're driving this, because it feels very light and everything is so easy to drive. You feel as if you're driving a small hatchback car. That is the kind of driving comfort this vehicle offers, and it's best for city conditions. And it's also fine for a family getaway, like when you're going for a small ride of about 200 kilometers. It's really good because there's no strain when you drive this car and everything feels so comfortable. But the challenges that you face with this car is when you're driving uphill and there are around 5 to 7 people in your car, then you can feel a little bit of strain that comes on to this engine. Apart from that, the car is pretty good. And the vibrations are also well contained, and the amount of noise that comes into the cabin is very low. good family car as well for a large Indian family with all the basic features intact and having the roots of the first generation Ertiga intact. So this is my review of the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga BS6. I hope you have liked this video. If you like this video, do show your support by subscribing to my channel and share it among your friends and contacts. Until next time, this is Sanjay signing off. Jai Hind.